Hello everyone, myself Dr. Trishna S. Borua, presently working as assistant professor in Assam Downtown University in a department of physiotherapy. Today in this video I am going to discuss about very few but very important exercises for carpal tunnel syndrome. Before this I want to brief about carpal tunnel syndrome. What is carpal tunnel? This carpal tunnel syndrome is a common condition that causes pain, numbness, and tingling in the hand and arm. This condition occurs when one of the major nerves of our hand, that is the median nerve, is get compressed as it travels through a very narrow passage in the wrist called carpal tunnel. So, according to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, this carpal tunnel syndrome is often uh, as a result of combination of various factors that increases pressure on the median nerve and tendons in the carpal tunnel rather than a problem with the nerve itself. The contributing factors like trauma or injury to the wrist, which causes swelling, such as sprain or fracture, overactivity of the pituitary gland, imbalance of the thyroid hormone, then rheumatoid arthritis. Other factors that may contribute to the compression of median nerve, which includes mechanical problems in the wrist joint, repeated use of some vibrating hand tools, fluid retention during pregnancy or after menopause, or the development of the cyst or tumor in the carpal tunnel. Often, no signal causes can be identified. If we see the symptoms of the carpal tunnel, the symptoms are usually found along the nerve, but because compression of the median nerve, a person complaining of numbness, tingling, and pain in the thumb and the first three fingers of the hand. There is a pain and burning sensation that travels up the arm of the hand and the wrist, and a pain at night that interferes with sleep. In case of severe stages, then there is a weakness in the muscle of hand. This carpal tunnel syndrome is very common during pregnancy but can affect at any age. So in this picture you can see that palmar aspect and the dorsal aspect of our hand. In the palmar aspect we can see that major portion of our fingers and palm is supplied by the median nerve, that is the thumb, index, middle finger, and the uh, one third of the uh, you can see that thumb, index, middle, and the ring finger, one third of the ring fingers. There are different diagnostic procedure. There are different special tests for the carpal tunnel syndrome. I am not going to discuss about these things, but here in this picture you can see this is a self test for carpal tunnel. So in this position, if you see the position of the wrist and hand, if we hold this position for a few seconds, if the patient complaining of uh, pain and tingling sensation or any kind of irritation around the wrist joint, then we can suspect that the patient may develop carpal tunnel syndrome. But for confirmation of these conditions, we need further diagnostic protocols or we need further investigation. So, since I have mentioned, I am going to discuss very simple exercises for carpal tunnel syndrome. First is the stretching exercises. In this picture, you can see the first you have to ask the patient to make a fist, then release his or her hand, then again you have the patient has to make the fist, and then again he or she has to release the fingers. These things he has to repeat for 5 to 10 minutes. This is very effective, and it is a very simple exercises, one of the very simple exercises of carpal tunnel. In the next picture, in this picture, in the first picture you see that is a wrist flexion stretch. In the wrist flexion stretch, we can do this. So first thing is that we can perform these exercises for 5 to 7 weeks, and we can go for the 5 repetitions per set. How we perform, the stretch should be done throughout the day, especially any kind of activities. One advantage of this exercise is that we do not require, or patient do not require, any equipments. So in this position, you have to straighten your arm with your palm facing down, and then you have to bend your wrist that your fingers point down. Then hold this position for 15 seconds and repeat 5 times, and then perform this stretch on the other hand. In the next picture, it is a wrist extension stress. In this here also, in this position also, you can repeat this stress for 5 to 7 weeks. You can hold with 5 repetition with you can repeat 5 times in a one set, and then but you have to instruct the patient that the patient should not bend or flex his elbow. So in this stress, you have to instruct the patient to straight the arm and flex the wrist. Suppose the patient, or suppose you are going to ask someone to stop, then hold this stretch for 15 seconds and then relax. Then you have to repeat the same stretch to the other hand too. In the next in this picture, you can see that there's a glide soft median nerve. This is a very effective and a very simplest way to uh, uh, treat the carpal tunnel syndrome. This is a median nerve glides for carpal tunnel. In the first picture, we can see that this is in the starting position, the wrist in a neutral position, and then fingers and thumb in a flex position. After this, the second position is wrist in a neutral position, finger and thumb extend in extended position. After this position, the third one is the wrist in neutral, finger extended, thumb in neutral position. After this, the wrist, fingers and thumb in a extended position. After this position, as in position 4 with palm facing up. In position 4, same way you have to hold this position. After this, in a next, that is in a 6th stress, suppose in this suppose as in position 5, other hand gently stretching the thumb. In position 4, we have to extend the wrist, fingers and the thumb. Then in position 5, we have to uh, we have to ask the patient to palm facing up, and in the position 6 and the same position, we have to gently stretch the thumb. In this way, we can glide the median nerve, and we can repeat the above exercise for 3 to 5 times in a day. But this exercise should not be performed in a vigorous way. Do the movement slowly, and do not stay in position 6 for any length of time. That means the last position is just when you apply the gentle stress. After that, gently stress, give some gentle stress and then release the thumb. Then stop this position, then come to the first position. Then again you can repeat. These 6 exercises is you have to repeat in one set. These are the some exercises you can perform. The patient can perform both wrist flexion and extension at the same time. In this diagram, I have already mentioned that the wrist should be in a neutral position. Then the patient has to flex his thumb and fingers. Then again he has to release the fingers. Then he can continue this exercise for 5 to we go for the 5 repetitions, and he can perform this exercise 5 to 2 to 3 times in a day. In this picture, in the first picture, you can see there is a gentle massage to the near the wrist joint. Near the wrist joint, the muscle supplied by the median nerve. But one thing is very much important: if there is any swelling, any fracture, any sprain, we can the massage is contraindicated. This we can go for the gentle massage for the relaxation. In the second picture, we can see that there is a the patient's the hand in a relaxed position, and then patient perform wrist flexion and extension. Here we can see that there is a gliding of the median nerve. As a physiotherapist, when patient comes to us, we have to we have to instruct the patient about do's and don'ts of their daily activities. At the same time, we have to give some take home message to the patient. So what are the types of exercise that they are going to perform? uh, these things we have to inform, we have to instruct them correctly so that they can perform. And in this picture you can see that there are some tips for preventing and treating carpal tunnel syndrome. Nowadays most of us or most of the individual are spending most of the time in front of laptop or computers, so we are using some mouse. So sometimes this repeated motion of the repeated movement of the wrist joint can also lead to some pain around the wrist joint. So in the first picture you can see there is a wrist in a extended position. In the second picture also, in the third picture also. But if we see the second line, here you can see that wrist in a neutral position. This is the correct posture. So whenever we use or whenever patient comes to us, then we have to instruct the patient or we have to guide the patient to use these things in a correct way. This mouse height, the mouse should not be produce any strain over the wrist. Same way, when we use the laptops, we should be very much concerned that wrist should be in a neutral position. So these are the few exercises we can the patient can perform anywhere, and this is very simple exercises and they can perform. But again, I have mentioned one thing, that for confirmation of carpal tunnel syndrome, we need other diagnostic or investigation procedures. But once this exercise, when the patient completing these exercises resume, since they are going to continue these exercises for 5 to 7 weeks, they can add this exercise as their routine exercises, because these things help them to strengthen their muscles, and this also help to decrease their pain. Then that's why they can include those exercise in a routine. So this is all about the exercise of carpal tunnel syndrome. Thank you.